Okay, guys, today I'm gonna create a tutorial on how to install Centos 7 on either your virtual machine or your physical machine. The way to do it should be pretty same. If you have any questions, send me an email at amit@amitnepal.com. All right. So when you go to mirror.centos.org, you will see this, the all the archives here. So you have all the way Centos 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this 7, which is the one that we're going to be looking at today. I've checked it out a little bit, but I haven't, used it a lot. Um, so, there are some changes. The installation, is a little tricky, but not quite. So anyway, I'm gonna show you guys how to do the installation. We'll be using a minimal disk, so that will just help initiate the installation process, and the files will be used over the internet. So it's like an HTTP install, basically. All right, so let's go to CentOS 7. Looks like they have a .1406 out, but we'll stick to 7 at this time. So here, if you click on the ISOs, you guys should be aware that there are no 32-bit anymore. There will be all 64 bits. So you don't have no choice between 32-bit and 64-bit anymore. Here you can see they have different varieties. So this is the 64 bit DVD ISO. This is a torrent file. This is everything.iso. This is the torrent for everything. This is Genome Live with the Genome desktop environment. This is the torrent file for the same. This is the live disk with KDE. This is the torrent file for that. This is the minimal installation. So if you are just doing a base install of CentOS 7, then you can use this disk instead of having to do net install. So then, you can install anything that you want additional to the base installation can be done over the internet. This one here is the net install ISO. This is the one that we will be using today. This is a torrent file. This is a live CD, and this is the live CD torrent. These are the MD5 sums if you want to make sure the files have not been tampered with during the course of download, or after the original person uploaded the file. So, okay, we'll click on the net install ISO here. But since I already have it, I've already downloaded it, so I'll just cancel it. You guys can go ahead and do that. Other than that, let's go back to the parent directory here. This will be the net install URL. So this right here is going to be the net install URL, and I'll use the images from here to proceed with the installation. So let's keep that in mind. Let's create a new virtual machine. We'll use the CentOS 7 disk. We'll just, okay, next. We'll do 64-bit. It does not seem to have the 7 yet. So we'll just go here. I just like to keep them together. So VMs, okay, here. So what happened there? Browse. You know what? Give me a second here. All right, so I'm gonna put it on S drive. with the Centos 7 as the name. I'll name it Centos 7. Next. Okay, so this is up to you how you plan to use the machine. If you're just gonna just check it out, 20 gigs would be enough, but you know, again, it's up to you. Let me create it 50 gig. If you store the virtual disk is a single file, um, you know, the advantage is the performance will be comparatively faster because it just has to deal with one file. But you can split them into virtual disks into multiple files. This will have the cost of performance if you have a very large disk and it gets split into multiple, you know, numerous disks. So it has to go through all the files. So for our case, we'll just do the single file. Now let's click on the customize order. I just like to get rid of the floppy drive because I don't really use that anymore. So one thing, if you want to note here, the default network, the network adapter is configured in the NAT mode. This is the network address translation. So what happens is your address is different from the host address. The address on the IP address on the virtual machine is different from your physical computer. So it will be able to access everything else in your network, but you know, if you wanted to go in from another device on your network, then that could be a problem. So I usually change it to Breeze networking. That's what I'm going to do here. So let me select the Breeze network, and you can actually configure the adapters here. So, you know, which adapter, if you have multiple adapters, then you can specify which adapter you want the Breeze network to use. Okay, so that's that. You can configure the memory, and you know, if you want, you can change other things. I just think they're all good by default. Close and then finish. So now we're gonna play the virtual machine here. All right, so let me take a moment here and tell you something. So this is what we will be doing, but then this is the test. You can test the media to see if the media is corrupt. You might want to do that when you don't want to be, you know, stuck at the middle of the installation, but usually it's not that bad these days. Um, and it's a virtual machine. We download the ISO, so I don't think why we want to go that route. Troubleshooting, this is more like a rescue environment. You can boot it from off the desk, and you know, if you wanted to repair the earlier version of the operating system or something like that. So you can also, it says press tab for full configuration options on the menu items. That may also have the text mode installation. So, you know, we're not going to check that at this time. So we'll just do the regular installation here. So let me select the install CentOS 7 here. So it says press the install key, press key, the enter key to start installation. All right, so this is just, you know, the language selections. We'll just go ahead with this. Nothing much to talk about that. All right, I think we can talk a little more on this screen. I found that this screen was like a little different, if you will. I did not see this in the version 6, if you will. So here, here you see the installation source. It says error setting up the repo, base repo. This is the software selection. We can do this only when the installation source. This is the step 1 here. This is the step 2, but uh, it is not able to detect, set up any of that before, unless you set up the network. So this is a little tricky here. So it got me confused for the first time. I was, trying and trying the installation source. I was setting up the repository, and it was always telling me that there was an error. It could have said there was network problem. So we will just have to go here and turn the network on. So let's do that now. So we click on this. Um, so see here, it is turned off by default. So you would have to turn it on. So we turn it on, and let's see, it's automatic. Okay, it's connecting. Okay, so it is connected now. So now we can go back and set the installation source. So it's gonna be the mirror. Okay, well, on the network, we're gonna install it from the network. So centos.org/santos-7/os/x86_64. All right, so we're gonna say we're done. Let's see. So now if you see here, it says the downloading package metadata now. So in the meantime, let's check this one out, what that is. So here it says okay. So we can just say, do the automatic partitioning. You can, again, you can, set your choice of partitioning style. Usually the boot 100 some megs is enough for the boot. You can separate the var, so the system is not brought down when the logs full your system. So it's always a good idea to separate the var directory and the use /home partition, the /var, or some people like to do the /usr also, and the /boot partition. It's up to you. In production, it's always a good idea to do that. So now let's go to the software selection. So here we'll just do the minimal install. Yes, we can do a minimal install, or we can also go with the Genome desktop. So you can have Genome application, internet applications. Let's see. Office Suite, no, let's put compatible development tools. We don't need that for now. Okay, so if you were to do the server installation for the server, you could just do the minimal install, so it has the basic functionality, and then you could add whatever servers, or you could whatever package you needed, so that way you build the server for just what you need. So that's that. If since we're just installing this to check out how Windows 7, sorry, the CentOS 7 looks like, so we'll just go with the desktop. We'll see how it looks. All right, let's click done. So it's checking the software selection here, and it's just processing the dependencies. All right, so it's all set. We'll click on begin installation. There you go. It's said the root password is not set. No user will be created. we can just create a user, XYZ, or you can say user, and then we can give a password here. You can make this user administrator. I do not know how this will work at this time, maybe a sudo access or something like that. All right, that's done. And let's just set the root password here. Yeah, I know it is weak. This is just a test environment. You don't want to keep so weak password in your production servers. Done. Done. All right. So yeah, it'll just do the installation. Let's just wait and see how it does. All right, so it looks like our installation is now complete. So we'll just go ahead and reboot the machine. There we go. All right, it's rebooting. So it looks like this version comes with the rescue mode option also. All right, so let's skip some time over here. License not accepted. Okay, let's click on that. I accept. Let's click on that and accept license agreement. So we're done. All right, license accepted. And now we're gonna give a moment here. So we're just going to finish the configuration here. All right, so this kdump is just a kernel crash dumping mechanism. Like displays here. If you want to see it here, it says here, right here. And in the event of a system crash, kdump will capture information from your system that can be, you can use that information to figure out what could have caused the kernel crash. So if you enable crash dump, it's gonna use a portion of your system memory which will not be available for other users. So I'll just leave it at the default setting here. So now let's go here and go to the next step. All right, forward. All right, so here's the user that we created, and let's log in. So this is the Centos 7 screen here. This is the initial setup screen. Once again, we go to the input sources, the keyboard layout, and we don't want to do this right now. Start using Centos. And there you go. So there are some help videos, and you can watch them through. So let's see here. These are the home and the trash icons. Here you can see the application menu here. So you have the web browser, you have all kinds of things. So this is just like any GUI-based operating systems. I'm not going to go into the details of the GUI. So just real quick, if you wanted to open a terminal here, you can just do this. And then if you wanted to, so if you do a run level, then it's going to tell you that this is the 5, By default, the run level 5 is, where you have the GUI features. So you can just do init 3, or you can just do a control alt backspace. So let's do init 3. So, okay, yeah, I'm logged in as, so let me switch to root so I can change the run label here. So, all right, so now if you see here, I'm in the same old black screen. Root, and then there you go. All right. Right, so this is it. There you go. Host name, you can put the host name. It's with the with the Centos 7, they have removed the service, HTTPD status service TypeScript. There is no, you need to use the system CTL, enable HTTPD, something like that. So we don't have HTTPD installed on it. Keep watching my videos. I will definitely put some other videos moving forward on the Centos 7 and Centos 7 and Centos 7 and 6.5, different services, configuring firewalls, dealing with security, SSH configuration, and many more. If you want to request a certain type of video, related to something specific, then let me know. Shoot me an email at amit@amitnepal.com, and I will be happy to, create a video. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed watching it.